Yeah, good morning. Today is the third day of the month, and I'm right at the office. See, the and particularly, I just want to share my thoughts for the past few days. And I've started this, you know, this particular journey on my way to 10k in cash. And today is 3rd August. That's 3 August 2024, and I still stay the same. And yeah, what I feel for the past few days, 3 days now in counting, and that I really know is that it's not easy for me. It's easy, but not easy. When you're not intentional about what you're trying to do. Yeah, but one level of thing that I'm grateful for right now is that I've increased my focus, yes, and I'm getting my list done every single day. Actually, see the book I'm reading today, Secret. Though the book has been with me for a while, but I started reading it this month, and I'm like, okay, at page 80 something, that's 3 days. So, but I feel comfortable within myself because one thing, things that I've not been doing before, like if I say I want to do something, I don't get it done. Or if I say I want to tick off my list, I don't get my list done. And I've been crushing my list for the past 2 days right now. Prior to this time, that okay, I've been 85%, 80%, of my list on my daily list. Okay, things that I want to do. It's easy to write things you want to do, but on the other side, on the contrary too, it's not easy for you to make those things that you write in this list to come to reality. You have to do them, and I feel comfortable. A little bit yesterday was a little bit like challenge for me because one, I started from the wrong side. Let me say I didn't start from the wrong side of the bed, but I feel a little bit lazy yesterday and confused of my time, and I had to waste a little bit of hours for my time. But on the contrary, I feel comfortable with myself because I snapped. It was easier for me than before. I snapped myself into that realm of I need to achieve something. I need to get something done, and that's the only way I can show that I'm getting closer to where I'm going to. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. And because the book I'm reading is very powerful. I had a lot of views about it. I'm going to share you one or two quotes maybe in my community, about the particular book. And but challenges over challenges, and I wish I could complete my day yesterday, but I had a little bit external issues. Here in Nigeria we had some network issues and it was very very disturbing for me yesterday. But I said there are a lot of things that will not hold me back from service issues, like network issues. Now I should get those things done, and then I feel comfortable with myself after I could go to bed, more comfortable because I didn't make any excuses. I still strive. I look at my charts. I look at my book. I read my book yesterday. I saw some things, behind the scene that I feel comfortable. So it's just that, it's just a 3, right? And my expectations are still not that high that okay, I'm expecting changes to occur very fast. No, it's something of the mind, and it's a mindset thing. And I feel that confidence that things will get, like this morning I wake up this morning, I was contemplating behind, like, should I go and play football this morning, do something active, or should I stay at home, gym, and then start working up, and how yesterday night I didn't know that I'll be in office today because actually I was aware, but I was not too sure about that. So I didn't even write it in my plan, going to work today, like going to office today for inspection or lunch like that. But I was like, okay, comfortable with myself that, okay, if that should be the case, what else can I do? So I wrote my list out, then I said, okay, I'm going to achieve this for the day. Probably if the network is still good for the day, I'm going to go through with them. If not, then I'm going to do other things that I know I can do and get myself handful. But waking up this morning, I got a call. I got an opportunity or a text message from one of my colleagues that is coming to office today. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's meet up and let's join up and let's go to this. So I feel comfortable with myself because I'm doing something compared to the way I was last 2 months or last month. That I feel lazy about things. I find excuses for things. I feel like things has to go easy as I planned. But it's just 3 days, so we can't say that much. We can't say that much. But it's such a journey that I feel comfortable, and the challenges in it is still controllable for me. The challenges in it is still controllable for me, and mental health is very, very important for me. Mental health is very important for me, so I want to be very careful with that too, and people I engage with. You know, that's one thing I'm still working towards, that I've not even get full control over it, but I feel that comfortableness, right? I feel that like I can do anything I want to do when I said I want to do it. Snap myself out of bad motives or bad snap myself out of bad motive or bad contrary opinions. Like, okay, I've been with someone like yesterday. Now I was finding myself not leveled. I got distracted by my brother's call. Then my grandma sent me an errand again, and I was like, that day was feeling a little bit out of my control. I went to my friends, my neighbor, which is my friend. I went to their place, sat down there for like almost 4 hours, wasted my time. And I was like, you know what, you have something to crush today, and you've not even started one of it. What are you doing that for? I didn't even complete my morning routine that morning yesterday. I was like, I need to get myself together, and I snapped. I did the first thing. What's the first thing I did? I went to Jumat. I went to go and pray. It's because it's part of my bucket list for the day. So I was like, okay, I pray before I get back. I read my book that I was supposed to read in the morning, and then after that, prior to the time I went out or the time I went for Jumat, the only thing I did that was tangible was the discussion I had with my brother about forex. About discussion of forex or things that the way we can flip, smaller accounts to bigger cash. That was the only tangible conversation I had to the time of 2 o'clock of the day. And imagine, that conversation did not take me up to an hour, if I must say. So, after I don't snap myself easily, I get back myself in control, went to Jumat, get back from Jumat, read a book for over 1 hour, had more lesson. I went into the process of like gratitude, affirmation state, which I already wanted to do. From there I get back myself into like, okay, the logo I wanted to complete with my partner, that like my graphic designer. We did all sort of things, and then I was easily, like, it was easy for me to we spent hours together contemplating on what kind of logo we had to do, which is very tangible of my day. It's part of my bucket list too. And then from there I switched to ground. I do my minimum exercise, and I took my bath, I prayed. I did every single thing I wanted to do yesterday, except the service situation. I even had meetings with my family too, which I was able to do. It was easier for me to do. We had a meeting of over an hour or so, very engaging a meeting, and I was comfortable with that, and everything does get back in control simply because I took the first step. And I was comfortable with the first step I took. I didn't look at, it was an ace actually when I took that decision that, you know what, let me go to Juma, quickly getting my clothes, and then I was running like as if I wanted to do something tangible. But it's something tangible because that's how every single thing in my day has to go. I need to take it so important for me that I have to make sure I achieve it, because the little goals I achieve will sum up to the bigger ones that I want to achieve. And these things can't come to my mind or come to my instinct if it's not something that will lead me to where I'm going to, because I affirmate every single morning that this is what I want to achieve by the end of the month, this is what I want to achieve at the end of the week, this is what I want to achieve at the end of the day. And if I could affirmate this and then write down what I want to write before I go to bed and get back to the morning, if I could do this, I'm getting closer to those things, learning from new people, learning from new skills. And I was like, okay, fine, So the lesson of yesterday was like I got a little bit out of control, and then it was easier for me to snap back into control. I don't have any external challenge factors that are blocking me, like drawing me back from everything. So I feel that comfortableness, I feel that control urge back, because it was honestly, I totally lost it yesterday. I totally lost the control yesterday because felt lazy all of a sudden, fell in focus, imbalance, talking of the wanted to do something, find it not easy to do things. And it's just like you need to practically have that control whenever you want to get things done. Nobody should control your time. Nobody should control your time, because your time is your valuable asset. That's one thing my mommy always used to say. She said, don't be wasteful of your time. Your time is a valuable asset. Had it been I know that lesson is very tangible for me, I would have just like taken the view of my time. And then, so look at me this morning, where I planned to be yesterday, but I was not all sure, and then I'm still at that space, and I feel that comfortableness. Like I feel like I'm doing something right. For the most part, I don't have any money on me right now. I don't have any money on me right now. I had to collect some cash from my grandma, which can not even like fly me to this place or fly me back home. But that belief on urge that I want to go to that place, I want to get to that place, I need to get to that place, was like, yes, I need to. And I've gotten to the place. We are about leaving for the site. You can do a little bit of video, maybe to add it up to this, for you to just see like, okay, fine. But the feeling of me getting things done is just starting to arise in me. Yeah, the feeling of me getting things done is starting to rise in me, and then I feel that comfortableness.